Hello, Haley here. Oklahoma, what's going on? You have another big earthquake, no damage that I know of. 4.7 magnitude last night. 16,000 people felt it, or at least 16,000 people were moved enough to go to the USGS site and report it as being felt. And check this out. You can go over here. Oh, looks like it's pre-sorted this time, but the responses, you can look, and if you sort by that farthest away, 1,244 kilometers. So, you know, when Oklahoma gets an earthquake, everybody feels it. You know, assuming, of course, that it's large enough. Except for those in California. They don't feel it. They're not with it, man. They are not feeling the grooves of the Oklahoma terrain as it's going up and down. I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, 4.7. So hopefully that's the worst of the aftershocks. So again, if you're not familiar with foreshock, main shock, aftershock. The original, I think it was a 4 point something. That was a foreshock because it ended up being lesser in magnitude than the 5.6. So that ended up being the main shock, and then this would be an aftershock because it was lower than the 5.6. So we had a big foreshock, a main shock, and an aftershock. But they're all earthquakes, because I go to Twitter sometimes and it's apparent that people do not understand that an aftershock is an earthquake. Not all earthquakes are aftershocks, but all aftershocks are earthquakes. Right, something like that. That's my little English language rant for the day. Here are the high forecasted temperatures for today. So cold, at least when it comes to the highs. And well, for the lows tonight, cold again, -10. Blech. What is that in Celsius? I'm not sure. We should look at that. And then cold over here as well overnight, but warm. You want to hang out, you go to like Louisiana and Florida, of course. Florida always seems to have some places hot, or hot-ish, but it's probably also really muggy. So, you know, muggy versus freezing your booty off. You know, you go and make it cold. As of the time that this was refreshed, let me just refresh it real quickly. Especially there's a tornado warning out there. Right. I know that because, well, it's not there now, but that red, that's supposed to be a tornado warning. And lots of wintry things going on. That's a freeze warning out in California. And then let's click on this one because I see an intersection of 3 different shades. Well, actually a 4th if you count the gale warning? Gale watch. So, we've got winter storm warning, winter weather advisory, and winter storm watch. So basically, hello, it's winter up there in Michigan. And Iowa too, as well. Of course, it's winter. Actually, I'm not sure. Has winter officially started? I frankly do not know the definitions of when the seasons start. I don't pay attention. National forecasting map thingy. Snow in all of the white areas. Heavy snow possible out in Michigan. So, yuck. And we actually have some severe weather to talk about. Not as significant, at least prediction-wise, as yesterday. But 5% chance of a tornado, 5% chance of severe hail, and 15% chance of severe wind. So if you were paying attention yesterday, Oklahoma was in the hot zone for 10% chance of a tornado, with the additional risk that it was going to be a significant tornado. So just, you know, a tornado is bad. But, you know, it's even worse if you're in the area where a significant one is predicted. So, specific map, here is your wind, severe wind risk. Here is your severe hail risk. And here's your map for tornadoes. Tornadoes. Tomorrow, back to normal. If you go back up here, all of the stoplight colors, where we've got the greens, the sort of yellows, it's actually orange, and the reds. So I shouldn't call it a stoplight, because stoplights aren't orange, are they? Anyway, it will all be back to full green as of tomorrow, apparently. So this, you know, you already know what this one's going to say. Less than 5% all areas. And I don't know why I show this, because apparently those are all out of date. But I'm not even going to bother refreshing the page, because, you know, by the time you're watching it, all of those warnings will definitely be out of date. Nothing going on hurricane-wise in the Eastern Pacific. We have Sean, though, or is it Cian, in the Atlantic. But will Sean be hitting the coast? Actually, let's see. Storm names. Let me show you. You go to the pronunciation guide, you can find out. Is it, yes, Sean, Cian, Vince, if we get to Vince. Because, you know, season's almost over, might not get to Vince. So is Sean going to the United States? Apparently not. Or at least most of the models are saying no. And if we go back to the official guess, because that's what it is, it's a very scientific guess, but a guess nonetheless of where Sean is headed. It's saying no, not going to hit the United States. Righto! So if you want to catch up on the severe weather that's actually happening today and then bore yourself tomorrow by looking at nothing but green, you go to wickedwix.com. WICKEDWX. And of course, if you want to catch up on Oklahoma's many earthquakes, go to earthquakestoday.org. I'm not going to spell that one out. That's got way too many letters in it. Now you take it easy.